Good morning, everybody. J.R. Fisher here. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, whatever time it is, wherever you're at. I want to welcome you today. We got a really cool session today. It's going to show you how to make money. And I'm joined by the lovely and talented Jessica. Jessica, you want to say hi?
Hey, everybody. Happy Friday. Thanks for being here today.
Really appreciate it. We've got Marco there from Finland. Good to see you, buddy. Put your comments now in that chat section, guys. Tell me where you're at, what time it is. He says it's 9 p.m. in Finland. Cool place, Finland. I just like it. I've never been there. I've only heard good things about it. But it sounds like a really cool place. Got to visit there one day. Got to visit everywhere if we can. So today, guys, we're starting this session on how to actually make money with emails. And I will tell you, without them, you won't make it nowadays. You really won't. You need emails really bad. Today, I'm going to really give you an introduction to them. Over the next Fridays, several Fridays, I'm going to be teaching you everything about emailing that you're going to want to know. I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm going to show you what softwares to use. I'm going to, give you all the steps. I'm going to show you examples of emails. We're going to go over email automations. Everything you're going to want to know about emails. And I'm telling you, if you've got a business, you need to do emails, period. Carl up in LA, 1101, he says it is there. Yes, Carl, we're in actually San Diego, so we're in the same time zone there. That's very cool. And if you're doing any kind of emails, guys, put that in the comments section. If you've already done some emails, what your experiences have been, positive, negative, whatever. I got Jim from Savannah, Georgia. Jim, I love Savannah. Jessica, what do you think of Savannah?
It's one of my favorites.
She said, louder. I don't know, they can't.
It's one of my favorite places.
She says it's one of her favorite places. We love the food there. What were the two restaurants that we liked so much in Savannah? Mrs. Wilkes. What was Mrs. Wilkes?
Mrs. Wilkes.
Something house. Boarding house. Mrs. Wilkes Boarding House. They had the best fried chicken. And, oh, my God, it was good. Good. Wayne Charles there from Columbus has just peeked in. What was the other restaurant? Oh, the Pink House. The Pink House we went to. Yeah. Man, we had a good time in that town, didn't we? We did a ghost tour, and it was really amazing. So, Columbus. Wayne, let me tell you something, buddy. My son and his wife just moved to Cleveland, and they got jobs at the Cleveland Clinic. They're both RNs. So not too terribly far from you. At least they're in the state of Ohio. They're with you. Good to have you in here, guys. Put in the comments if you got any questions about these email things, okay? So this is about earning unlimited money using emails. Now I'm going to put me a little bit on the screen here so you can see me some. Give me 1 second here. These softwares just don't work as well as they should, Jessica. I gotta knock down one to bring in the other. All right, so I'm going to be down here in the corner hanging out so you guys can actually see me. I'll wave to you. What's up? All right, so let me get back to this screen right here. And there we go. So I should be in the corner of your screen now. You should see me there, kind of in the bottom corner. That's kind of close. Let me get back some. There we go. So we're really going to do this step-by-step process. Obviously, I can't do this in one Friday session. Just can't do it. There's way too much about emails. However, you guys are going to have the complete course if you stick with me. I just did one on digital marketing and selling digital courses. You guys went through the training on that, or some of you did. And this one here is going to be all about emails. Man, you have to have emails in your business. You just have to. You don't realize how much money can be made, and I didn't in the beginning. I had no clue, and I screwed up a lot because I didn't collect emails. I didn't know how to collect them. So you guys are going to know all that. Do me a favor, and I've been very successful at this, guys. You guys have been really nice to me and given me really good reviews on Google. I do appreciate it. So if you would sign into Google, search J.R. Fisher, find me. Give me a review, preferably 5-star. Write something there about what you think about my training. I'd really appreciate it. And I'll give you my book there that you see on the screen. Also give you the audio. A lot of you in the session have already done it. I really do appreciate all you guys doing it. What's up, Jim from Savannah? I saw you were from Savannah before, but I didn't call out your name. I should do that. So anyhow, that's all you got to do is email me, let me know you did it, and I'll give you my free book, okay? And it's actually not free. I actually sell it, but for you guys giving me a review who listen to this, you will get it for free. Okay, I didn't use emails in the beginning. I hate to admit it, but there was a reason for it. It wasn't like I was just resistant. The first thing is I didn't know how important they were. I had no clue that could represent the majority of your income. I didn't know. I just didn't. And the second part was I didn't know how to do them. Okay. I had no clue. I would sit down to write an email and I'm like, I don't know. What do I say? Hello, how are you? I mean, I didn't even know what to do. Hey, Christine just popped in there from Shasta. Christine, I got your email. I'm looking over your stuff this weekend. Haven't forgotten you, so I will respond back on all that stuff. Let's see here. Carl says it's a good book, read it all in one setting. Yes, it's a quick book, quick read, easy to do, and I think that's what we want nowadays. I don't know. When I see a book that's got 700 pages, I'm like, no, give me 70 pages or 60 or 50. Something I can just blow through and I get the information. None of us want to read books, do we? No, we just want the information from the book. So the more concise we can do it, the better off we are. Okay, so this is why I didn't do emails, guys. This is the reason right here. So we're going to change all that. Today it's going to be really educating you on emails and what they mean to your business, what the data is, what the statistics are, because if I can get you brainwashed enough to where you believe in emails, then learning how to do them is going to be a lot simpler, okay? So let's look at some email statistics first off. These are pretty interesting. Now, this is business to consumer. That's what B2C means, business to consumer. In other words, you've got a product or service or something that you sell and you want to sell it directly to the people. Okay, so you're not dealing with businesses. Okay, this is business to consumer email marketing. First thing, while 26% of small businesses polled use email marketing for sales, just 7% use emails as a brand building tool. So we don't want to hammer people over the head constantly. Buy. We don't want to do that. And the big companies do that. Like, if I get an email from Home Depot, they're not trying to build their brand at all. They're just going to buy all this stuff. If I get one from Nordstrom's, they're just going to buy all this stuff. And I allow some of those because, they do have some stuff I want. Matter of fact, Jessica got hooked the other day on my Nordstrom's rack one, didn't she? Saw what happened there. I forwarded an email. Well, how'd you feel about that, Jessica?
You're the devil.
I'm the devil. No, say it isn't true. She loves Kate Spade, and I saw Kate Spade when I'm sitting on the couch going, do I forward this to her? Because it's like, if I don't, it's going to save her some money. But if I do send it to her, she may see something she likes. I'll go ahead and send it to her. And sure enough, she went and bought something. That quick. It was that easy. So we want to use this as brand building, guys. We don't want to use it just to sell people stuff. Okay, we want them to feel good about your brand and who you are. And we're going to talk about how to do all this later on, but I just want to show you some of the stats. About 30% of US retail email list subscribers, 30% have actually made a purchase from the retailer whose email list they subscribe to. That's a third of the people on your list, guys, are going to buy from you. That's amazing. I mean, that's amazing. You can't say if you put up a billboard on the interstate that 30% of the people that drive by are going to buy from you. That just wouldn't happen. Or if you're cold calling, that 30% would buy from you. It's not going to happen. Or if you ran an ad on Facebook, 30% is going to buy from you. It's not going to happen. Email is the best at making money, period. Okay? Now, a welcome email, which are incredibly effective, on average, 320% more revenue is attributed to them on a per email basis than other promotional emails. So how we welcome somebody to our list when they sign up is huge. What's up, Chuck? I saw him pop in there. Thanks for today. He said, not a problem. Good to have you here. So this welcome email thing is the first thing we need to do, guys. We don't want to get somebody on our list and go buy something from me. We don't want to do that. We got to welcome them. We got to tell them what to expect. And I'm going to show you how to write these emails and do all this in the future trainings. But I just want to get these stats out here so you guys know what's going on, okay? Because you've been told some wrong stuff. Business to consumer email marketing also. Consumers who purchase products through email spend 138% more than those that don't receive email offers. You got to send them. You got to send them. Super important. Email subscribers are 3 times more likely to share content on social media than leads who came through another channel. Okay. So if these people have said, hey, yeah, I want to be on your list. I want to see what you've got. then they're 3 times more likely to share your content. So it's super important that you give them good content in addition to trying to sell them stuff. You guys know, I mean, you're sitting here right now and I'm doing some training with you. I would appreciate it if you shared this. And I'm remiss because I didn't say subscribe to this channel. Okay, if you haven't subscribed, there's a big subscribe button down there. And once you hit that subscribe button, this bell pops up just like this. You want to hit that bell, turn on all notifications. That way you'll be notified every single time I do a new video or I have something come out or I do a live like today. You're going to be notified. So you got to get on that list. But the point is, if you're doing this great content, wouldn't it be cool if your subscribers were sharing it with other people? They're 3 times more likely. Okay. So getting people on an email list is really important. Like what I do for this training is I'll do this training and then a few days later we send out an email and say, hey, in case you missed this training, here's a link to this training. And so many people open that, so many people watch it, so many people share it. It's really cool. Next part, 77% of people prefer to get permission-based promotional messages via email. Okay, that's how they want to buy from you, via email. And I want to make sure that my picture doesn't cover that up when it comes up on the screen. There's a little bit of a lag there. Now you guys can pretty much see it. And it says underneath there, under my picture, versus direct mail, which means like you put something in an envelope, you send it to somebody's house, or text. Text is not working like what they said, guys. Phone or social media. So all these other things that we're doing don't work as well. I know Messenger was like real big for a minute and it just went away. I mean, it just, I don't know if you guys are getting this stuff, put it in the comments there. If you're getting these message-based promotion things, I think they just irritate me. It's like, don't know. My messengers for my friends and family. I don't want to get messages about buying stuff from you. I don't want to get that. And I know Facebook has stopped a lot of these bot things. It didn't take us long to figure out that we're not talking to anybody, these automated messages when we type stuff. We don't do it anymore. We've had some issues with Facebook anyhow. I think most of you have. Their service. Oh my God, I don't want to get started. I like their stock. Stock's good. Got some of their stock, but man, their customer support is atrocious. Just terrible. So if you notice, I'm not doing this live on Facebook. I'm doing this live on YouTube because YouTube is amazing. They really are. Okay. They understand that we need to be able to talk to them and get answers. And I don't think they figure that out on Facebook. Okay. So let's look at some other email stats. Email marketing device and demographic statistics. Okay. Don't let this, roll over your head and go, oh my God, this is complicated. It's really not. Just think about this. Now, this is really interesting, Jessica. I bet you didn't know this. Men and women are equally likely to convert from an email opened on a desktop. However, women are more likely to convert on a tablet and men are more likely to convert on a phone. Did you know that? I don't know why, but that's what the report shows. Yeah, I thought that was really cool. Depending on your market, you may want to think about how you're getting that message across to your people. 73% of millennials identify email as their preferred means of business communication. I mean, how else are you going to communicate, guys? I know I had a doctor visit the other day and they had this portal and you can log in and you can get, what the after visit information is and all that stuff. But, I'd rather just get an email. I really would. And you're a millennial, aren't you, Jessica?
No.
No, what are you?
X, I think.
Gen X, that's right. We had this conversation the other night. You told me Gen X. I keep going back to millennial. So if you think these millennials aren't going to open your emails and they don't want to get emails, you're wrong. They do want to get emails. We've been told that email's dead, email doesn't work anymore. BS. How else are you going to communicate with somebody? They've already said they don't really want to get it through text. They don't want to get it through Messenger. It is email. Okay. Email is it. Okay. Is it as great as it was 10 years ago when people never got emails? No. But you know what? It's still the best there is out there. And I'm going to show you some dollar statistics in just a second too. About 73% of current 18 to 24-year-olds use their phones to check email. That's incredible. Okay. And I know I do. I do all the time. That's how I check my email is by, using my phone. I'd say probably 90% of the time I'm using my phone to check my email. Now, I may not always respond to my phone, but I will delete the ones I don't want to, deal with. And then This last one here says people say they prefer HTML emails, but plain text emails actually get higher open rates. So if you're thinking you got to do these fancy emails and they got to look so cool and they got to have all these images and headlines and banners and all, you don't. They don't work as well. Okay, they get worse open rates than do regular just text emails. That says text emails underneath there, just so my picture's covering up part of that. All right, let's talk about spam and segmentation statistics. Okay, what is all this? Marco says messenger selling is annoying. And Jessica, if you could type back to a couple of those folks in there, ask them a couple questions. We got some really cool people in here today. I really appreciate it. I see a lot of regulars in there, guys. It makes me feel real good when I see all these regulars in here. I know all of you cannot attend a live training at 11 o'clock on Friday because you have a life, right? You got a job or things you got to do or whatever. But I really appreciate you folks who are here. And I know afterwards we have hundreds of people that actually watch this, and I really appreciate that. Your support means really so much. We're growing our channel, and I'm off track here for just a second. But I did want to step in there and say, hey, I really do appreciate you guys. It means so much. All your comments, your likes, all that stuff really means a lot. When you do that and you comment on this video here, which I wish you would, or you use the chat or whatever, YouTube sees that and says, hey, there's engagement. Maybe we'll show this video to more people. So you're actually helping me out if you do that. So putting any comments in there would really, really be great. I would really appreciate that. All right, so let's talk about spam and segmentation statistics. Let me get a little drink of water here first. All right, 49% of digital marketers indicate, and this is the thing everybody was scared of, that the Canadian anti-spam law has no discernible impact on their company's email marketing program. So we were so worried when all these things come out, and we've got the one, what is the one now, the European one, Jessica, UK one? We always have to... GDPR. Everybody was so worried about that. You don't have to be. Just follow the rules. It's not a big deal. Okay, this stuff is not a big deal if you just follow the rules. Pretty simple. Next one. Now, this is really, really interesting. Nonprofits lose about $15,000 a year in donations due to spam filters. Okay, and I'm going to tell you why in just a second. Blocking fundraising campaign emails from prospects' inboxes. And here's why. It's because of the next one. Segmented email campaigns have an open rate that is just 14.32% higher than non-segmented. So a lot of times these companies that are charities are not segmenting. They're just sending it to everybody. Okay, they're not they have a hard time segmenting because they just want your money no matter who you are. Okay, but here's another big one. Click-throughs are 100.95% higher in segmented campaigns than non-segmented. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, I teach online stuff, how to make money online. If I have part of my list of people who are interested in doing SEO on their website, and I have another part and they're interested in how to do emails, okay, like what you guys are learning today. If I segment those two and I send out a targeted email about emails and I send a targeted one about SEO to my other group, I'm going to get about 100% higher click-through rate on those campaigns because I segmented it. And we're going to talk more about segmentation later on, but segmenting your email is paramount. You really have to do this, guys. All right. The other thing, 49%. Oh, wait, that's the same screen. Is this the same screen? It is. I duplicated that screen, guys. So we won't do that screen again. General email marketing statistics. 49% of businesses use some form of email automation. Now, what does this tell you? Well, if you're not in that group, you better get in there because half of the people are already doing it. And if you're not doing it, if you're not segmenting and you're not sending emails and you're not doing all these things and building your email list, you're going to be left behind, okay? Now, here's an interesting one, and Jessica does dog training, and I shared this with you the other night when I was doing this. Matter of fact, last night because I was down to the last minute. Pet and Animal Services has the highest email open rates, period. Wow. How about that? So if you've got a list that it has to do with pets or animal services, you're going to have the highest email open rates there are. People love their pets. They just love them. They think they're cool. In the UK, and I don't know why I picked the UK, but I also converted to dollars. I guess because it was different from the US. That's why I did it. Every £1 spent on email marketing has a ROI, or return on investment, of £38. In the US, it's 44. So if I spend $1 doing emails, I'm going to get $44 back. That's a pretty dang good return. You aren't going to be doing that with Facebook ads or, any kind of ads or social media or anything. You just can't. Okay. So that's pretty amazing right there. According to the DMA, the 4 most important email marketing metrics as identified by advertisers, and I want to teach you guys this up front so you know what they are, is CTR. Now, CTR is click-through rate. That's when they actually click and they go to your offer or your training or your webinar or whatever it is. The next one is conversion rate. That is when people actually convert. In other words, maybe you have a page that is opting in for some PDF download and they do it. That's a conversion. Maybe you have a page that you're selling a product and they buy it. That's a conversion. Okay. So you need to know all these little terms before we get into the rest of this training. Super important that you know them. The next one is open rate. Okay. What is the percent of people that actually open your emails? Okay. Super important. We need to know all these terms up front before we move through all this training, because I'm going to keep saying these things over and over. And if you don't know what they are, you're going to get lost. And of course, the last one is ROI, which is return on investment. So if I spend $10 and I get $20, right? I've got a what? 200% return on investment, okay? Because I got my 10 plus I got another 10, okay? So that's pretty cool. Next, your general email marketing statistics. Checking email is a complementary activity, okay? Now that sounds weird. What does that mean? That means that people don't just do it, they're doing something else. People do it while watching TV. 69% of the people watching TV are also checking their email. Craziness. In bed, 57% of the people will check their email. And on vacation, check this out, 79% of the people on vacation are checking their email. And I know why. I mean, obviously, we're leaving our business, we're leaving our job, whatever, we got to check. But remember, it's a complementary activity. When I say this, I want you to think about the fact that they're doing something else. So make sure your emails are concise, to the point, quick, they're exciting, they have fun, subject lines, all that stuff. All that's important, and we're going to talk about all that a little later on. But the point is, people are doing other activities. They're not just checking your email with no other distractions. Here's something that blew my mind. Using the word donate in your subject line can reduce open rates by 50%. How about that, Jessica? If you're saying, I want your money, and they see that, they're like, I don't want your email.
Of course.
So, and I know you're involved with animal rescue and all that stuff. Do you get emails that say donate in the subject line?
Not exactly. No.
No?
There are places that I know that's what they want, like the Humane Society.
Yeah, the Humane Society has never sent me just good content.
Yeah.
They've always sent me a dog that's beat up or something, saying, oh my God, he's going to die if you don't send us money. And I hate that kind of marketing. I hate that fear tactic marketing. Matter of fact, I own a survival food company. That's our main business. And I never do that fear thing. I don't like it. I don't like it. Government's going to come take your guns and food. I don't do that. I just say, hey, here's how to protect yourself from storms and hurricanes and earthquakes. And you need a supply of food that tastes good. That's how we market. We just don't do it. The average email opt-in rate across all verticals is only 1.95%. So it's hard. It is hard to get people on your opt-in to say, okay, I'm going to give you my email. That doesn't mean you shouldn't do it, because there is 2% of the people that are going to do it. But it does mean you have to do more to get it. You got to have something of real value. And of course, I'll get into all that more later on. But the point is, it's hard. Okay, it's hard. So if you don't know how to do this, if you're not getting this training from me or somebody else who knows what they're talking about, you're going to have a hard time with emails. You really, really will. So make sure that you're getting the right information. TH is kind of stuck on there. It shouldn't be. 28%, you can tell why I do these things at the last minute. 28% of consumers would like to receive promotional emails more than once a week. Now, I had this horrible fear when I was first starting out that I didn't want to email my list because I was afraid they would unsubscribe. I was so afraid of that. And if you know now, if you're on my email list, you know I'm not afraid of that anymore because I send a lot of emails. But the point is, they say they want to get promotional emails more than once a week. more than once a week. They're used to it. They've been trained to this, guys. They may not buy every time, but you know what? They're looking at them. Okay, so don't be fearful. And the thing is, if you build up an email list and you never email anybody, what's the point? I mean, there's no point in having people on your list if you don't email them. And yeah, you're going to get some unsubscribes when you start emailing more frequently. But I tell you, people on my list is probably going to get an email every day. I don't, always ask for money. Sometimes, I'll, give I give content probably 70% of the time, where you just get stuff free from me. If you're emailing right now and you're doing promotional, put in that comment section. How often are you emailing right now? What are you doing right now? I want to hear that. A study of a small 1 billion emails revealed that video emails click-through rate is 96% higher than non-video emails. That's pretty interesting, isn't it? 96% higher. Because why? Because it's less work for the viewer, right? All they have to do is click and watch and listen. That's all they got to do. If you write a long email with a bunch of stuff in it, they're like, So I always try to put some videos in my emails. Videos are really important, guys. All right. Are you convinced yet? This guy here will convince you, right? That emails are the way to go. And I want to get y'all's insights now. I want to go through some questions and answers and find out what you're thinking about emails, because I know there's a lot of misinformation. For the past couple of years, all I've heard is emails dead, and that's where I've made all my money is emails. I put in the headline of one of the signups for this $4,900 some odd a day email system, and the fact is I've made more than that in a day on emails, much more than that. So emails can make you a tremendous amount of money, and I don't have a huge list because a lot of my survival food is sold through retailers, so I don't build my own list as much. But that list I have makes me a tremendous amount of money. I could literally sit here now and say, okay, I want to sell some canned meat, and I could write an email, and within 10 minutes I'd have money. I know it. Do you think that's true, Jessica? Think I could do that?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. We could do that. Yeah. So it's really cool, and these emails are important. So my goal today is to convince you to do them, and over the next Fridays, I'm going to show you every single step, guys. I mean, I'm going to give it away to you. This is going to be a course on down the road, but for you guys watching here on this channel, you're going to get this training for free. It's worth millions of dollars because it's generated millions for me, and I'm just going to give it to you. I'm going to tell you what works, okay? Now, once again, I want you to do this. Subscribe. And that guy there, good looking guy on the screen, that ain't me. I'm the guy in the corner there. Okay. But I want you to subscribe. It's so important, guys, because if you go forward and you subscribe and you turn on notifications, you're going to get nudged every now and then. Hey, JR is trying to teach you something. Here's another thing he can teach you. Here's another thing. And when you subscribe, you're going to make more money because you're going to learn more. It's simple. I'm not asking you guys to buy anything. You can always join my inner circle. That's fine. It's down there in the corner. If you want to go watch that video, it's jrinnercircle.com/enroll. There's a free video there that tells you all about it. And I'll give you a little bit more information on that too. The inner circle, you get access to my current courses, my private Facebook group, bi-weekly coaching calls, masterminds, once we can get back to that, relationships and networking, okay? And of course, insights into high-level masterminds that I attend. You're 12 times more likely to succeed as a member, which is super important. You're going to get the Web Cash Academy, which is me training businesses. You're going to get Ecom Road, which is a dropship course that shows you how to set it up, Email Earning System, which is a small course on emails. This course I'm doing now is going to be much larger, more detailed. You'll also get Digital Cash Academy. You're also going to get Facebook Ads University if you want to run Facebook ads, and 4 pieces of software. Can't beat that. And you get these coaching calls. Okay, that's $46,382 for free when you join the Inner Circle. And we just have a small monthly fee for the Inner Circle. Okay, and you also get the community. How can you say the community is not important? Oh my God, all these cool people that are on this call right now, you guys are awesome. And start putting any questions you have in that comment section there. I would really appreciate it. And Jessica, if you have a couple, I know we get questions about emails all the time. If you could prepare a couple of those for me, I would really appreciate it. The software, everybody always asks me what software I use to do all this marketing. I used to have to give them a list of like 8 or 9 different things, and I don't now. I give them one because it's all built into one now. This has evolved, guys. If you're using any other email provider, you need to switch to Kartra. I'm telling you, you do. It'll save you a tremendous amount of money. You just go to bit.ly/Kartra-uppercase. JR, free video. Watch the video. If you like the software, you can get a trial for $1. That's pretty darn cheap. Okay. Also, I do want to remind you, sign into Google, search J.R. Fisher, give me a review, preferably 5-star, email me, let me know you did that, and you can have my book for free. And I know a lot of you on this call today have taken me up on that offer. You've received my book. If anybody did that and didn't get the book, let me know, because I literally get thousands of emails, and I do miss stuff every now and then. But all you gotta do is email me, and you're gonna email me at training@jrfisher.com. That's training, training at jrfisher.com. I went through last night. You guys put some really good comments on Google for me under the reviews, and I went through and I responded to everybody. So I just sat there and started responding to all these people. It's really cool. I really appreciate it. I didn't know I needed to be honest with you. I was just kind of surfing around last night. I'm like, oh no, I didn't respond to those people. I got to do that. So now we're down to questions. Okay. Now we have an opportunity for questions. And if you would type that stuff in chat now, guys, you have an opportunity to ask somebody who's made money doing this stuff. Anything you want, why not go ahead and ask? And if you participate, if you type in that box, I can promise you, you're going to be more likely to make money than people who don't, because people who participate just do better. Makes sense, doesn't it? Makes sense. I was talking to my son this morning, and he's starting to do a lot of things that make sense now. And he's doing the right things, and he's trying to save money, and he's trying to fix his own stuff, and got him a good job. And and I said, yeah, years ago you didn't listen to me, you didn't do what I told you. He says, well, Dad, I'm 25 now, and my frontal lobe is fully developed. So that's the kind of stuff I've got to deal with. Okay. So he's got an excuse for that. So Jessica, what do you got for me for a question over there? All right, let me get back on the screen here. I'm going to get back on the screen because I think, yeah, that's the end of that slideshow. You don't need to see an elephant. All right, let me get back over to here. And I'm putting me back on the screen. Guys, it would be cool if you could just click and this picture got the right size, but you can't, so I won't because it's not possible. I think that is about it right there. That should fill the screen. I'm here. Waiting for you guys to ask me questions. You got to ask me questions. Oh, I got to slide this down just a touch. There we go. Ask me questions. Okay, really important. Hey, look at that. It looks like I zoomed in and I just rolled my chair. That's not a zoom in. I'm having way too much fun with this chair today. Jessica, what do you got for me over there?
How can you get more people to open your emails?
I think that's a great question. The question is, how can you get more people to open your emails? Now, understand, I'm going to be doing a lot of training on this, and I'm going to cover that. But somebody asked me the question. That's a great question. Number one, don't tell them what's in the email. Right? I see people go, T-shirts on sale, 30% off today. Now, that's a double mistake, because if they think a sale is 50% off and they see 30%, they're going to go, well, I'm not clicking on that. Or if they don't need T-shirts right now, they want to get sunglasses, they're not going to click on that. So what I would do is crazy headlines, or subject lines. I would do things like, boom, this just happened. Or you're not going to believe what we're doing today. Then they have to click. What are you doing today? Okay. So a subject line is just to get them to open the email. That's it. Do not tell them what's in the email. Now, don't spam them with crap and stuff that's not real or anything like that. But you can build a little curiosity. You can certainly do that. So you're not going to believe the deals we have on products today and today only. Okay, well, I better look at it today then. Okay, so you can have that urgency in there. That's the kind of stuff you can do. Wayne is asking, how many sessions are there going to be in this series? Wayne, I got to tell you, I think probably 8 to 10 at least. And I'm going to cover like 2 to 3 different things in each session. I want you guys to have everything. I don't want you to come away from this going, yeah, but I don't know how to do this, and I don't know how to set up an automation. You're going to know how to do everything, guys. I mean, everything. Okay. So if you stick with me on this, you will have a complete email campaign thing set up, and you'll be able to make money. Another question I got here, Jessica, is what's the best way to start building a list when you start from zero? He says when he starts from zero. How many did you start from, Jessica?
0.
0. You start from 0? You know how many I started from?
0.
We all start from 0. It's okay. Starting from zero is fine. And how do you do it? It's a multi-pronged thing. It's not just one thing. You know, we do free downloads. We do social media. I'm doing a video right now, and below this, there's links. And you click on those links. You can certainly join my email list. I mean, it's like, there's so many ways. And if you stick with me, Marco, which I know you will, you're a great guy, you're always around. I'm going to give you every way, and I'll give you examples of it. I'll tell you how to build it out. I'll tell you everything, okay? Because I've already done it. So that's the cool thing about this training, guys. And all training, when you get training, make sure the person who is teaching you something has already done it, and here's the second part, is still doing it, right? Because if you get somebody who's never done it, they can't help you. If they're just selling courses, and I mean, really. If you also get somebody who has done it but no longer does it, you got to say, well, why not? The person said, well, I sell courses now. Yeah, but you can make more money doing the other thing. I know you can than selling courses. So if they're not still doing emails and being successful at, and on top of that, if they're not doing it now and they did it in the past, they won't know what's current, okay? Somebody who did it 3 years ago, Kartra didn't exist. Kartra is the way I do all my emails now. So somebody who's going to teach you what they did 3 years ago, a lot of the softwares, the methods, the systems, the rules, the laws, everything's changed. So the advantage I have teaching you guys is that whatever I'm teaching you, I'm currently doing. Okay, I'm doing it. And if something changes, I can say, hey, I was doing this, but that doesn't work anymore. Do this. And that's what I do, is I share that with you guys. So that's how we go about it. Jessica, I haven't given you a chance to ask any questions, and we're almost out of time here. Let me get a sip of water while you get your question prepared, and you yell it out when you're ready.
Yeah, so we have someone who is looking at hiring somebody to do their emails for them because they feel like they can't make them look nice. What do you say?
Let me restate that just so, in case you didn't hear. Somebody is thinking about hiring somebody to do their emails because they don't look that great. I'll tell you this, they don't have to. You know, people say they want these HTML emails, and I talked about earlier in the session, they want plain text. So you can do fine with just plain text. I mean, that's pretty much what I do, is I do plain text because it looks more like an email. If it looks like a promotional thing, people don't want it. They just don't. They won't click through it. You want to have just a plain old email. You don't. And the other thing about hiring people, never hire somebody unless it's high-level programming. We have somebody working on Magento right now. We can't do that. But never hire somebody to do something that you don't already know how to do. And a lot of you say, well, I don't want to have to learn that. I don't want to do that. I didn't say you had to be good at it. But you got to know how to do it, because if you don't know how to do it, how are you going to manage them? If somebody says, yeah, I'll make a thumbnail for your channel, and that's going to take about a week and a half, and you've never made a thumbnail, you may say, well, I guess that's what it costs. I'm going to pay $700 for a thumbnail. See, what was that noise over there? Jessica makes her own thumbnails. I know a thumbnail can be made. How long does it take to make a thumbnail? On average?
I mean, like 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay. So if somebody's telling me 2 weeks and I know it takes 15 minutes, I know they're trying to rip me off. You got to learn how to do these things. Now, like, you don't have to be the best thumbnail maker in the world. I'm not. I don't do well at it, but I know what needs to be done. I know what looks good. And I do pay somebody to make my thumbnails. I don't make them. Okay. But I learned it first. Okay. I did learn how to do it first. And that's the important thing. What else you got over there, Jessica? We probably got time for one more question. Guys, if you got more, stick them in this chat section here. If I see another one pop up there, you may be the lucky one who gets it answered. Okay. So stick it in there. I really appreciate you guys being here. It means so much to me. It really does. Your comments mean so much. Matter of fact, afterwards, if you would put comments in the comment section, not the chat thing, but you can put stuff in the chat too. You know, what you thought of this training, how it's going to help you, what more you want to learn, because if you put comments in there about what you want to learn, I can tailor all this training to you and make sure I cover all those bases. And I'm going to try to cover everything. I really am trying to cover everything. However, if you put that in the comment there, that way I don't miss anything. Or if you've had some successes, this is what people don't do. If you had success doing something, put it in the comments, because by doing so, you're sharing with other people and they can get good results. And that's really helpful. I mean, you guys, you know, I don't know it all. I know some stuff and I've made some money, but you guys have some cool stuff you're doing. Share it with us all. I learn stuff from people all the time, people who have had a whole lot less experience than me, some that have had more experience than me. You know, I've only been doing this a little over 10 years now. that's a blip. I mean, that's a blip, really. And so much has changed in that period of time. But let me get over to Jessica real quick. She's got one more question. I'll knock that out. What is that, Jessica?
Yeah, are you going to talk in your sessions that you're going to be doing, are you going to talk more about behavioral marketing in emails? Because there are a lot of people interested in various aspects of that.
So Jessica says there's a question about behavioral marketing. And Jessica, can you step up and kind of explain what behavioral marketing is? Because people are like, what the heck's that? I don't know what that means.
So behavioral marketing is basically being able to segment your list and market based on actions or behaviors that a particular lead has exhibited.
Okay, so behavioral marketing is a dynamic form of marketing. Dynamic means it changes. It changes, okay? So if I send out an email and this particular email is about designing landing pages to sell a product, okay? And it's a free guide on how to design a landing page, a checklist of different things, okay? And some people click on that, okay? And they say, yeah, I'm interested in that. We then tag them as people who are interested in designing landing pages. Because let's say I come out with a course or I have a software that helps you design landing pages. I can now shoot it out to those people who expressed an interest in that, and my open rates, my close rates, my opt-ins will be off the charts. And the answer is yes, I am going to do that. I think it's super important that we do look at the behaviors of our list and segment them all we possibly can. So yes is the answer to that one there. Dwayne Clark, what's up, dude? I got to the meeting late. What was your suggestion for the best autoresponder? By far is Kartra, and let me pull it up and I'm going to give it to you. And there actually, Dwayne, there's a video that you're going to want to watch. Oops, that's the wrong one. You're looking at a thumbnail right now. There's a video that you're going to want to watch there. Let me pull up that screen, and I'm going to go there, and it should be on the screen in just 1 second, Dwayne. And I got to tell you, I used a lot of different autoresponders, and this is an email for you guys that don't know it. It auto-responds your emails. I used Constant Contact, I used Aweber, I used MailChimp, I used Infusionsoft, and this by far is the best one I've ever seen in my life. It's called Kartra. You'll want to go to bit.ly/Kartra-uppercase JR. There's no opt-in there. You don't have to put a credit card in there. You don't have to do anything, but there is a video there, and it will explain everything that Kartra does. And Kartra does frigging everything, Dwayne. I mean, it's an email autoresponder. It's a page builder. It's a membership site. You can host videos there. I mean, everything that you're doing now and paying all these other companies, it's all in one. It's a help desk. You can build your own help desk in there. You can build sales pages in there. You can add products in there. And I know I'm missing probably 90% of what it does. It's amazing. If you watch this video, you are going to want to get it. I promise you, you're going to want to get it. Kartra is amazing. And the last thing, somebody else was asking me about the Inner Circle. They want to get access to all my trainings. You can do that through the Inner Circle. It's in the bottom left of this screen that you should be seeing. Oh, I didn't put the screen up here. Hang on, guys. I talked all about it, and I didn't put the screen up. Let me get the screen up here. I got to take me off to get the screen up. I forgot. Hang on. Simmer down. That's not it. That's it. There we go. Okay. We'll get this one down here. So I don't like this software. Somebody's got to come up with something better than this, guys. They just do. They just do. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the screen that has all that information on it. That blip noise in the background is somebody we have working on our website on Magento, because that's one thing we're not smart enough to do. We can't do that. He's moving it to the next platform, and we took the smartest person, which is Jessica, and she's dealing with him. So she keeps me posted on that. So here it is. It's on the screen now. It's Kartra. It's bit.ly/Kartra -JR. And Dwayne, I kid you not, buddy, if you've used any kind of autoresponder, when you see what this does and you see how cheap it is, that's the point. When you're paying for all these other software, I mean, Infusionsoft was costing me thousands of dollars. You know, I mean, it's craziness. And then I had to pay for plus this and I had to pay for, what all was I paying for? I was paying for page builders, lead pages, click funnels. I mean, it was just crazy what I was paying for. And I got this Kartra thing, and God, let me tell you something about Kartra that'll blow your mind, Dwayne. This will blow your mind. This blew my mind. As of about 2 weeks ago, there's no limits. Now think about this. In other words, let's say you've got a list of 100,000 people and you want to email them 10 times a day. They say, okay, no extra charge. No extra charge. You can send as many emails as you want. And on top of that, you can upload your videos there so that you can get real-time analytics and see how far people are watching and when they're clicking and all that, which is cool, but that uses data. So you know what else they did is they said no extra data charges. So you could run as much data as you want through Kartra and they don't charge you anything. Now, I guess maybe if you were just totally blowing it through the roof or something, they may say something to you, but they don't say anything to me, and I email a lot, and I use a lot of videos in there. So that's another thing. There's no upcharges, and getting hit with those upcharges monthly. When you passed your number of emails or whatever, you're like, oh man, is it going to be worth it to send this email because it's going to cost me $1,000? What if I don't make $1,000 in this email? So it prevents you from doing business. With Kartra, you don't have to worry about that. So that's the cool part. That's the thing I really like. Guys, do me a favor. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget, ring the bell. Bell right here. Let me get back on the screen here real quick. I'm going to tell you guys a proper goodbye. We're going to have a really fancy lunch I'm going to tell you about in just 1 second. And see if you can figure out where we're going to eat. I'm going to give you a hint first. They've got the meat. Okay, that's your hint for the restaurant we're going to today. They've got the meat. They've got the meat. Now, you may have to be in the U.S. to understand that. I'm not sure. But let me get over here to this. I'm going to pull myself back up on the screen. Right here. There I am, covering the whole screen again, so I should be on the whole screen in just a second. And we are actually very, very lucky on Fridays because we get, and I want to talk to you guys close, move in a little bit. We get special information on Friday from Jessica. So what Jessica is going to do is she's going to come over here in just a second, and she's going to give you some thoughts, some ideas, some motivation that's going to blow up your weekend. It's going to be so awesome. And that's the other thing I want to tell you. I want to give you a challenge. You want to get smart? Go this weekend and watch 10 to 20 of my videos on this channel and send me a message on Monday. Tell me what you learned. Tell me what you learned. Invest in yourself, guys, and do what other people aren't doing. So many people will watch, funny videos and prank videos and, cooking videos or whatever, but they don't invest in themselves. They don't watch things that are going to make them more educated. I'm not as interesting as a prank. I know that. But I tell you what, if you watch my videos this weekend, 10 to 20 of them, you're going to make more money come Monday morning. Send me a message. Jessica, can I ask you? Oh my God, Carl got it. Carl got it. Yes, Dwayne, Carl, everybody knows. Doggone it, Arby's. Jessica is addicted to it. We think there's crack in the sandwiches. So we're going to go have a crack sandwich, which would be Arby's. And I kind of like the horsey sauce, I got to admit. Is it the best food for us? No, but what did we have last night for dinner, Jessica?
Salad.
We had a salad and a chicken strip. That's it.
Yep.
That's all we had, salad and a chicken strip. So we're allowed to have Arby's. Don't give me a hard time over this. We're allowed to have Arby's. Jessica, come on over and do your motivational words for the day. Dwayne got it and Carl got it. I didn't see anybody else get it. That's funny. Well, we got a lot of people that are not from the U.S. And by the way, guys, it is not the best roast beef sandwich you'll ever eat. It's a little addictive. It's like a McDonald's hamburger every time. Their fries are pretty good. You know what we did? We actually went to the grocery store and found them frozen, and we can make those fries at home now. We bake them in the oven. They're not bad. Not bad. Check them out. They're seasoned curly fries. Jessica, what's going on Friday? How are you going to motivate these people? How are you going to get them going? Go ahead. It's all yours. The floor is yours.
Big ideas have small beginnings. That's today's inspiration.
Give me an example.
Well, literally everything starts with an idea before you do anything else. It always starts small. You can't expect to be a billionaire out the gate.
This is true. You have a Facebook group, don't you? What's it called?
The Art of Pet Parenting.
The Art of Pet Parenting. Guys, check that out if you have a pet. You're going to love it. How many members do you have?
Oh, probably around 2,000.
2,000. How many did you start with?
0.
0. You have a book, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's got a book on, what's the book called?
The the 7 miracle steps to get your dog to obey commands, even if they've failed before.
Oh, wow. That sounds like a real SEO title there.
SEO.
But the point is, she didn't have any of this stuff in the beginning, guys. She just thought, hey, I like dogs. And we were talking one night, and I was saying, well, maybe you could make money just training dogs. She goes, well, I've never trained a dog before. Well, learn how to do it. And she learned how to do it, and she's trained tons of dogs, and probably on the internet, thousands at this point. And it's really not dogs she's training. It's training the owner, but you can't say that. And she's been very successful at it. It just started with an idea, sitting on a couch one night. It's moving from spending your night thumbing through Facebook to taking your time and investing it in yourself, doing something that's going to bring you money, doing something that's going to improve you. I mean, my big move the other day, I'm trying to be kind to everybody. I haven't always been kind, okay, because I expected them to do certain things and they weren't doing it, or they were rude or whatever to me, and I'm just trying to be kind. So here's my kind move the other day. See if you can relate to this. We go to Popeyes every now and then to get one of those chicken sandwiches. I actually get the Filipino from the restaurant across the way, but she wants the chicken sandwich. And there's this big line still at Popeyes, right? It goes all the way out to the street. And as you get all the way into the parking lot, there's people coming in from the other side trying to cut into line. Oh, that's irritating, because there's like 10, 20 cars in line, and these other cars are trying to cut in. And you know what I did yesterday? I let one of them in. That was amazing for me. So it starts with small things. Should I have let them in? Probably not, but they had been sitting there a really, really, really long time. Nobody let them in, and they came from the wrong direction. And maybe they were just ignorant and they couldn't see the line. So I gave them the benefit of the doubt. So try to improve yourself every single day. Do something. We work out, we do exercise. We bought one of these mixed bikes. We're working on our health. We try to eat better, except for Arby's because they have the meat. But the point is, try to be better every day. I mean, don't just hang out to the bitter end and get unhealthy and out of shape and, not make any money. Try to be better every day. Just try to do that. So like she said, they all start with small ideas. Big things do. And I think all of you can do that. All of you guys can do some really big things. You just start out, guys. Just start out. Just start. And if you have questions, ask me. Send me a message. Send me something on, right here on this channel. Just put a question there. I'll be happy to help you. I have no problem doing that. Don't charge you a dime, okay? So don't get stuck on something. If you're trying to research something and something's not working, you can't figure out how to do it or where to do it, put a comment on one of my videos, and you're going to find out that I'll answer you and I'll help you out for free. Well, free is pretty good. If you want to buy one of my courses, they're out there. Love you guys. I really appreciate you being there. I'm going to go ahead and shut this down now. And let me find a little key to it. Put in the comments if you like this. If you didn't like it, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever you want to do. I would really appreciate it. And I am out of here for the day. Thank you so much.